All right, well, you led with some of the regulars in the winner's bracket, and we got some irregulars in the loser's bracket here. This is a couple of interesting characters who play some interesting characters.
Yeah.
Apple Reviewer is going to be the Brawler. It's going to be 2-3-3-2, which is, I would say, the normal loadout, and Yoda Cage with the Morton, definitely the usual loadout. And we're going to start off on Pokemon Stadium for Game 1. Already so riveting.
So what I find so interesting about both of these two is the fact that they are very willing to push and apply their own metagames.
Okay.
For the instance of Yoda Cage likes to experiment a lot with the Mecha Koopas. He goes to prioritize picking that up, just using it as a standard item there. For Apple Reviewer, a lot of that comes down with, hopefully not with these regrabs, but particularly off of throws. And hopefully you'll get to show off some of the down throw into footstool setups that we'll see a little earlier. A little later, if he can find a grab. Sometimes Bowser Jr. is just a really hard character to land a meaningful hit on.
Oh, even right there, breaking up the combo with the falling up air. And those grabs are going to be tough. We did see the command grab come out earlier. And the standing grabs are pretty dangerous too because of the side B from Junior. But keeping it even so far, stuck at the ledge right now. Yoda Cage going to make it back, but still in a rough spot.
Good for a ledge jump there, but I love the empty land jab coming out from Yoda. Looking for an edge guard, and that should do it.
Yeah, that flip kick does add a lot to the recovery of Brawler, but unfortunately, if you do get hit out of it, that was crazy.
So close. It's so close. Like that's the winning ticket for me, Brawler. Like getting the thrusting uppercut off of a platform, off of a down throw, like that's what it means. But you will have to contest with the honestly often forgotten mechanic of Bowser Jr., where there's less damage and knockback when you hit the cart versus when you hit the actual Koopa Link.
Right, and we got some fixed knockback on that throw, so as dangerous as it always looks, it's not really going to take the stock, I think, ever. But
it does do 20, though.
Okay.
That does a whole lot more.
Way better than 20. And just off of a pretty non-committal option from Yoda Cage, we saw a lot of that early on in the run from Yoda Cage. We're definitely going to see some more of it throughout the set. And some pretty interesting combos, too, mixing it up. The dash attack setting up time for the Mecha Koopa, and we got plenty of tricks coming out, but it's Yoda Cage with the onslaught.
Yeah, getting caught with the flashing Mach Punch there.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, I said onslaught like a general noun.
Yeah, that's the
not as the name of the. Yeah.
Literally another different name.
As I said, I was like, no, they're going to get me.
All right. Not like this. All right, it was a solid 60% combo, though, right off of the right out of the corner from Apple Reviewer. Need to find a couple more of those. 60%. You're probably looking more towards 80 unless you can find something off an up tilt here. Maybe a reset on these platforms. You see Apple Reviewer hunting for it. Bad DI, but you're still surviving.
Yeah, honestly, the up tilt was so very smooth from Apple Reviewer. Nice use of the anti-air as intended. Finally finding some way down, and this jab is going to be a lot of damage and some decent knockback. Setting up for the edge guard here. Going to be the cannonball.
Okay, I kind of like the route, though. Like, it was cutting off horizontals is really important for Apple Reviewer because he's not playing the burning drop kick. There is no horizontal movement aside from that feint jump.
That is a very good point, yeah. Oh, okay. The Mecha Koopa, though, caught in a bit of a scramble. It's going to be Apple Reviewer taking center stage, and great pickup with the back air. Keeping it even stock-wise. At 93, we're going to need a very interesting Brawler combo to make up for all that. Ooh.
I like the stagger there from Yoda Cage because with the back facing, you can kind of get a lot more pressure.
Right.
But not able to get too much off of it, and just a lot of respect coming out from Yoda right here. Up until the very end, you play so much into the Brawler, press buttons, -2 nair, like all of that good stuff. So once you get the Apple Reviewer conditioned to think, oh, he's just going to hold block, I can continue my block string artificially, that's when the up smash out of shield came out.
Yeah, it was so smart because normally, you don't really have time to get a punish in there because of that low cooldown from the Brawler aerial, but really good stuff from Yoda Cage, a little bit of a micro adjustment, adaptation, if you will, to punish with just a wonderful move at up smash. Covers so many things. Definitely that time catching the jump attempt from Apple Reviewer, but still keeping it really close. I think there's so much information that you need to sort of get that you don't have when you how many times are you playing against Bowser Jr. as Brawler? There's so many intricacies, like you mentioned, even little things like the clown car coming in and breaking up some of the usual combos. But we're going to make some more adaptations here. Game 2 on small battlefield. Yoda Cage off to a roaring start.
Yo, the cart into the missed tech on the platform to follow up with up tilt, that's some healthy awareness there from Yoda Cage. And like honestly, it's what you expect from a player that just has so much faith in both himself and in Morton as a character.
So true. Probably like definitely very necessary to have that faith. And you can kind of see it come out in the gameplay. Some of the approach options just have so much confidence behind them. And the combo breaks too. Oh, hold on though. Every time the verticality comes in for the Brawler, I am worried for Yoda Cage. Up tilt or up airs.
The concern should be there. The up smash not nearly as strong as some other characters with similar up smashes, but you have that nair out of shield. I've been loving these anti-air up airs and then pivoting into the back air. Just some clean and crispy gameplay, chasing while Yoda was kind of lingering there.
Wow. Really good use of that up special to break it up, and good catch on the flip kick too. Honestly, though, I want to talk about how good that me Brawler back air is. The Diet Wolf back air is still pretty good.
Yeah, it's slightly more knockback growth than Fox back air. So, you know, it's a good back air. Nice even.
Okay, some would say. Oh, I love that. The forward air breaking up the approach, but there it is, that peel back from the side special from Morton. Just so troublesome for Apple Reviewer. Finally fighting back. And hold on now, we got some up airs coming in, but...
Oh, hello? Fair one? Hello? That killed? Yo!
Interesting choice on the DI. Maybe still learning exactly what to hit, but whoa! Hold on. The Mecha Koopa coming in huge for Yoda Cage.
Yeah, not able to extend the advantage, but I like that Apple Reviewer is starting to experiment now with how and where to challenge, because you are just gone.
All right.
This is where you start to figure out just how, like, just why Bowser Jr. is considered Diet Sonic and compared to, like, actual Sonic.
Okay.
Because it is so much easier to be able to challenge the cart from going cross stage. Earlier we saw it with the command grab. In this combo, this combo's actually just sick. The fair one to set up, and then that's just a true combo. L plus ratio.
Okay, wow. That was just up. I think the DI was just up if you were to read the blue lines right there. And honestly, like I mentioned, that verticality has me so scared. We saw that down tilt, and that neutral air covered so many options. It was so smart to sneak that in there and keep it extended on the platform. Counter pick working wonders for Apple Reviewer. But let's see if Yoda Cage can swing it back to his favor here. Game 3, Town and City.
Yeah, trying to throw out some of those active dash attacks, setting up for yet another platform tech chase.
Wow, so much damage.
Yeah. You can do a couple of those as long as you have access to one of those mid-height platforms, and even if you don't, you can instead chain into a down throw footstool to extend your coverage and to get net even more damage. But a simple 34 at 0, you're feeling pretty good about it. Simple 34.
Wow, another neutral air platform.
Thank you, Town City.
Right. Couple solid aerials to keep it extended, and I love the use of that command grab. It's been used sparingly, but still just so effective.
When you have a raw answer to one of Bowser Jr.'s best neutral tools in that cart, like, that's really, really solid. But coming across stage, like that for Yoda Cage, not able to complete the edge guard though.
Oh, okay. Ooh, roll back is not what you were looking for the Apple Reviewer fans. Yoda Cage ready to punish it, continuing that cart. And a big damage lead here, but we'll see how it goes. One good hit from Apple Reviewer can even up the stocks, as we've seen so many times before. But the card armor coming through.
We're starting to get into dash attack kill percents for Apple Reviewer. Or you can just throw out the thrusting uppercut. It is still frame 3 out of shield. Like, you have access to quite the powerful out of shield option. Just don't miss. And, you know, you didn't.
Just don't touch my shield.
There's the thing.
You said it. It happened. The neutral air covered even like the tech in place too. Is so smart. And what a platform assist from Town and City. Apple Reviewer thanking the game designers for that one. Unbelievable timing.
I think Yoda needs to start experimenting with some different DIs, because there was the game even said you're fine.
Right. This Sparks didn't even show up, and another good extension, but really good tech option. It does not matter though.
It doesn't. It literally doesn't matter. So Nair has so little FAF at the bottom, where even if you tech away, it leads into a tech chase scenario, or the Nair just hits you and confirms the grab. You get grabbed anyway. You get full comboed on Town and City. 112. No, and still hunting for it.
Unbelievable. Almost went for it. Regardless, 31% is not a lot, and Yoda Cage definitely on the back foot right now. What an option! Unbelievable catch, Apple Reviewer.
I'm telling you, this guy actually, yeah, me too, Apple.
Same.
Like, I can't tell if this was okay. Well, that was the first stock. You know what?
Yeah.
That's how Yoda draws it up. He wants stocks to go long and to last long.
Right.
Because Yoda literally is, for his day job, an engineer.
Oh.
So the way that he wants to apply that kind of mentality to the game is to just accrue a ton of information.
Okay, so the last hit right there was DI up. That was DI up and away, and then that one just very questionable in general. But this is such a good option. This short hop right here, phenomenal. Breaks up a lot of the options that Yoda Cage possibly has, and the startup too catches at the exact right time, right as Yoda is under Apple Reviewer, and what a good option that is. And dude, she's so excited to just beat up that.
She is beating the hell out of you.
Oh no! Even uppercuts the clown car.
So
sad.
Hit the cart so hard that Morton popped out of it.
All right, so we're going back to Town and City, which, you know, I'm no expert. I'm not Yoda Cage, but those platforms look like they were big Apple Reviewer fans. It's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic changes. Yoda Cage definitely still looking pretty confident at the start of the game. We just had a little bit of a momentum shift after a couple creative Apple Reviewer stocks last game.
Yeah, it's a matter of keeping that distance, right? Like, what Yoda wants is to accrue some solid damage, but to natively have a ton more interactions per game. So that way you can accrue information.
Okay.
You can get these reads that can turn to explosive 1 to 2 hit combos, or some solid ledge play in terms of the 50-50 of forward throw versus rapid jab versus forward smash that Bowser Jr. has really good in the corner.
Yeah, I think we're definitely seeing a lot of, you know, information gathering from Yoda Cage, a lot of feign side Bs to try and see what the response would be from Apple Reviewer. Finally committing to a couple of them, and it's working out. That late hit of the aerial working out right into the jab to set up the edge guard, but slight miss from Yoda Cage.
That's really unfortunate, because seeing the feint jump come out is free ticket to either to go out there and hit it,
right,
or to expect the kick afterwards, which is way more laggy than Zero Suits.
Okay, from one
jab. Just a down tilt.
Smart idea, barely missing the neutral air. Now a nice reversal from Apple Reviewer, looking for a big hit, but it's going to be another late hit of that approaching aerial. So smart.
Yeah, all of those landing hitboxes come out literally the frame that you land. So Yoda Cage doing an excellent job of mixing up when he's doing fastball fares versus just typical landing fares,
right,
to try and keep Apple Reviewer off guard.
Okay, nice little plank action at the ledge. Couple of aerials, not quite landing though. Everyone looking for the big hit, but it's going to be Apple Reviewer setting up with that back throw. Oh no, this is so tense. You can't jump here. Okay, nice regular get up. Approaching aerial, smart.
A little bit great spacing on the part of Apple Reviewer to throw out such a threatening move like flashing Mach Punch and then not get punished for it because you are so far away. That's the type of utility you need. What a trap there from Yoda Cage, but the wrong way.
Sort of like a Roy-esque option though. The up B to the ledge, relatively safe in that spot. Yoda Cage was not ready to punish it. The jab check into the back air for the spot dodge read. Really good option in such a tense situation for Apple Reviewer. We got the Mecha Koopa insurance though, but perfect timing.
Oh, not confident in the tech chase off of that footstool nair. A little bit too high damage, but you still got some solid damage off of the forward air. 165 and just hang. Okay, get duffed, idiot. What are you doing?
the speed with which Yoda Cage just like whipped it. Like, oh man, that
his fastball goes crazy.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. That sneaked in the grab with that jab pressure. Mecha Koopa kind of forces the issue, but good option from Yoda Cage to punish that landing. I was gonna say Apple Reviewer is making good choices, but it doesn't seem like Yoda Cage cares at all. Even the right choices still get punished.
Still, that's a big piece of information to spend. You know that Apple Reviewer has been landing a lot of these aerials, just landing on stage. To punish with the spin out is great for this moment.
Salute to Town and City one more time.
Bruh.
For Apple Reviewer. That was a criminally low %. But that platform assist was just so huge. Of course, that throw combo is so powerful. You can't get caught with the shield, especially that high up in the corner.
Yeah, it just seems like honestly, both of these players are finding a lot of ability of figuring out like when and what to fear, and the other calling out for a ton of those options. The landing there, just a bunch of arrows being traded back and forth. The dash attack to cover the dash into the corner, and then the call out finishing off right off the top. That is Yoda shaking his head, and 3-1 Apple Reviewer making their way into top 8.
Unbelievable stock, man. That is like such a good option. I thought for a while, like the second to last stock, right?
Right.
There was a spot where the town and city platform was in the middle, and I was worried for Yoda Cage because we saw what happened in the last couple of games. The platforms leave just after this. The platforms leave, and I think, oh, this is a better configuration for Yoda Cage.
Yeah.
But then it still led to that sort of high up special read at the last stock. Like right here, there's no platforms to go to. You sort of have to try and get back to the ledge or just get back into the stage. And unfortunately, when you kind of pick that panic option and your opponent's ready for it, you get caught. And Yoda Cage kind of just living in the moment in that instant replay.
Yeah, it goes to show like that same type of idea that you have where if once you get into your head like, okay, side B, the cart side B is a lot like these big movement options like spin dash. I mean, like just so easy to cover a long horizontal with a moving hitbox that can be really tough to interact with. But once you realize that it's not so active as you think, the hitboxes need to be individually activated, whether you do the spin out or the jump out or stuff like that, then you can start to find ways to challenge it. And I feel like that was the big difference between game 1 versus the rest of the set, was Apple Reviewer finding safe and efficient ways to challenge the big movement option and the big everything option for Bowser Jr. and just completely shutting it down.
Well, thankfully, Yoda Cage has a lot of notes to take.
He does.
Because you can check out the VOD very soon